Bay Village is a historic neighborhood in Boston located right in the heart of the city. Bay Village is the smallest neighborhood in Boston in terms of area, and due to its small size, you definitely don't hear this neighborhood mentioned as much as some others in the city. However, it is still a relatively densely populated area and worth your while to consider if you're moving to Boston. So let's dive into it. Maybe the best aspect that Bay Village has to offer is where it's located. Bay Village's central location is the reason many residents choose to live here. Located near popular neighborhoods like Back Bay, Beacon Hill, and the South End, Bay Village is just a short walk or bike ride away from many of Boston's top attractions, including the Boston Common, the Public Garden, all of the shopping on Newbury Street, and the fine dining in the South End. Additionally, Bay Village has easy access to public transportation. You're right on Boston's subway system, also known as the T. You're steps away from the Orange Line, blocks from the Green Line, and close to commuter rail. The neighborhood is also right on several bus lines. With this proximity to public transportation, you will be able to explore all that isn't already within walking distance, and you can probably get by living in Bay Village without a car. Bay Village also has the historic charm that other neighborhoods in Boston like Beacon Hill and Back Bay possess. Just like these two neighborhoods, Bay Village has many buildings dating back to the 19th century. The neighborhood's narrow streets and alleys give it a unique character, and many of the buildings are well preserved and meticulously maintained. The neighborhood also features several small parks and green spaces, including Elliott Norton Park, which adds to the neighborhood's charm. Bay Village's size fosters a tight-knit community, and there are many long-time residents who are passionate about preserving the neighborhood's history and character. Proof of this is evident in the Bay Village Neighborhood Association, which actually has a strong presence in the neighborhood and encourages residents to get together for neighborhood events and activities. What's crazy about Bay Village is that it's in the heart of the city, right next to a highway, which, to be fair, is dug a ways into the ground and still relatively peaceful and quiet. This neighborhood is definitely residential, and when I've gone on walks through here, there isn't too much traffic outside of residents coming in and out of the neighborhood. It's almost like people aren't coming here unless they have a reason to be here. The tourists primarily flock to the cobblestone streets in Beacon Hill. Probably the biggest drawback of living in Bay Village is the high cost of housing. The perks that I've mentioned definitely come at a price. Rent and housing prices in the neighborhood are much higher than many other parts of Boston. Granted, you probably won't need a car to live here, so that might leave some wiggle room in your budget for housing, but you definitely need to be okay with the amount you're paying in rent if you want to live here. If you do choose to own a car while living here, know that parking in Bay Village can be a challenge. There really aren't garages reasonably close, so you will probably have to rely on street parking, which, while free for residents, can be hard to come by. Additionally, streets were designed before cars, so parking spots are not optimized, and driving here can be a bit of a pain at times. Other potential downsides of living in Bay Village is that there really aren't a lot of things to do within the neighborhood. While this does make it quieter, it's not like the other neighborhoods in the city that include lots of dining and entertainment, and I think that's why Bay Village is a lot less popular whenever people name neighborhoods in Boston. They just don't have a reason to go here, so they don't know as much about it. The good news for you is that if you want to be close to things to do, but also live in a quiet area with public transportation close by, Bay Village is a worthy neighborhood for you to consider. Speaking of stuff within the neighborhood, there isn't really a grocery store within Bay Village, and the grocery stores that are in the area are that awkward distance where they're too close to drive or take public transportation, but too far to where you will want to hand carry your groceries. Definitely think about this before moving here. Maybe you could order a grocery cart, maybe you could sign up for a grocery subscription service. There are links in the description with some carts, including the ones that I use. So let's dive into a bit more detail about what it costs to live in Bay Village. When talking about average rent in Bay Village, a studio will run you about $2,700 per month. A one-bedroom apartment will cost you about $3,200 per month. A two-bedroom apartment will cost you about $4,200 per month. And a three-bedroom apartment will cost you about $4,800 per month. Note, there was a very small sample size of three-bedroom apartments in Bay Village at the time of recording this video, so that number might be a tad skewed. Also, rent prices in Boston can fluctuate wildly over the course of the year, so be sure to do your own research if you're watching this video more than a year from the time of this publishing. In conclusion, Bay Village is a unique and charming neighborhood with many advantages, including its central location, historic architecture, tight-knit community, and peaceful atmosphere. However, there are several downsides to consider, including the high cost of living, limited amenities, limited parking, and while it is quiet, you are downtown, there's occasional noise. Overall, whether or not Bay Village is the right neighborhood for you will depend on your individual needs and preferences, as well as your budget and lifestyle. So this concludes my very brief overview of living in Bay Village. Please let me know in the comments if I missed any important aspects of living in this neighborhood. Please like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to see similar videos.